downtown Toronto and the Rogers Center, the home of this edition of Baseball on the Show. Today we've got a contest out of the American League East between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. TJ Zoik, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Now the pitch. Joey Wendell is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a solo home run here, leading off the ballgame. Fourth home run for him on the season as the Rays move out on top 1-0.
Well, this has started off certainly quick. First batter of the game goes deep. Dare I say, ambush tactics?
Batting second, the designated hitter, Mike Zunino.
Here now is Mike Zunino. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and that's through for a hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first.
Meanwhile now, this is trouble down that right field line. This should be extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Standing in now, Brandon Lau. Ball one to start the at-bat. 1-0 pitch on the way. Good pitch there on the inside black, called the strike. Lau absolutely hammers left-handed pitching. There's a lot of pop in his swing for sure, but if there's one criticism of his bat, it's that he doesn't put the ball in play enough in these situations. Seems like hitters like this are more and more common these days. Panic is under it for the first out. Time now for a look at the Rays' starting 9. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, this lineup screams it needs an overhaul. When you're last in the league in on-base percentage, you're not doing a lot of things very well. You're not giving quality at bats. You're not being professional at the plate and forcing the opposition to be on their heels at all. Empty base paths consistently lead to a lot of zeros on the scoreboard.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Next, here is Austin Meadows. And a great chance here for the Rays to add on in just the first inning. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted right there and drive it into the outfield.
Good job getting the barrel to the ball right there, able to get that one through and picks up an RBI. Hard hit and a well-deserved run batted in.
Willie Adames is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. Sliced hard on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Mike Brasso digging in at the plate. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. Chris Archer will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
Here's Joe Panic. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Archer steps into his windup. Here it comes. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6
早
games,
速
including
3
a
点
win
取られ
last
てますから
time
ね。
Yeah, Matty, I'm
まあ
really
やっぱ
impressed
よう
with
打
this
たれ
team,
ますな。
especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball from
出
offense
だ
to
しから
defense
3
pitching.
点
It's all
取られ
coming
るという。
together for this group.
ホームラン打たれるわ、ヒットヒットで。
Swing and a liner.
うわ、アウ
Leaps
トあり
high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Batting second.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing
まあ
that
やっ
jumps
ぱ
out is
り
the fact that they
ピ
are
ッチャー
last
が
in
打たれ
stolen
まくり
bases.
ます
They
な。
are station to station trying to
5
hit the
回
ball
持
out
た
of
ん
the
と思いま
ballpark,
すわ、多分。
trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Reese McGuire comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. A ball and a strike. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
Maybe a favorable call there taken for a
あれを
strike.
ストライクって。
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take it deep.
おっ
Oh,
と、
and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far
ケツ
in.
に
He
当
winds
た
up
る。
hitting him.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Now to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually
よっしゃ、
better against
すくい上
right-handed
げ。
pitching this season.
も
And
つ
that's
れ
in
る
there,
間
base
に
hit. Long throw to
3塁
third.
行く。
And he'll move up to third now. Runners
は
in
み
the
出
corners
して
here with one away.
このバッターぐらいですよ。前も最後にホームラン打ちましたからね。ゲレーロジュニア。
The way he was, that was pretty special.
はみ出しまるまる。これで1点取れたら違うんですけどね。
Here's George Springer. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls
こ
and a
れで
strike.
ダブルプレーやとまた嫌な流れですな、これ。
Ready with the 0-1.
ホームランならなおよしや。
Member of the Houston Astros. He
な
signed
か
as a
なか
free
ホーム
agent
ラン
with
は
this
出んと思い
organization
ますけど。
earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during a season is not always easy.
おっと、ポロリポロリポロリポロ
But
リ。
it's blocked nicely as he keeps it in front of him.
丸出しジュニア。これでダブルプレーがなくなりましたね。さあ、1点取れるんか。
Here comes the 1-2. Is a fastball and off the plate for a ball.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal.
トリプルプレー。
Figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The 2-2 is swung
Ah,
on and missed. He
三振
got
かい。
him on strikes.
三振も嫌ですな。よりによって三振って。
Here's Randall Grichuk as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Two men are in scoring position for him, so he'll look to make this
これでゼロやとまた嫌ですな。せめて1点は欲しい。できたら2点。これはボール。サードライナータッチアウトからのファーストアウト。あーちゃー、ショートゴロ。残念。あーちゃー。結局点取れず。
And stepping in, Francisco Mejia, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
まあ、レイズもよう打ちますからね。あーちゃー、またええとこ打ってる。でまた中途半端なとこ三塁行かれるし、またでもうまいこと抜けていくもんですな。なんか大した感じでもないんですけど、これがまたちょうど間に抜けていく。これでまた1点取られたら最悪ですよね、これ。どんだけ簡単に点取っとんねんみたいな。だいたいチャンスで点取れんかったら次の回取られるんですよね、なんか。あっちゃー、やっぱり抜けていく。寝てるからじゃない。あっちゃー。やっぱり1点取られる、この流れ。今のもなんか、ピッチャー取れてないんですよね。まあ、セカンドは取ったんですけど。けど間に合うはず。でのまだノーアウトというね、この悪い流れ。かといってもう中継ぎ入れていくのもなんかもったいないんですよね。せめて4回ぐらい投げてほしいんですけど、かといって取られすぎるのも困りもんなんですけど、この時点で4点っていうのもなかなか微妙なとこですね。薬が抜けてきたんじゃないか。かといってこれメンバー変えてもあんまり変わらないんですよね、これ。
Again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 one more time. Will not catch the zone, ball 3.
前回ね、アホみたいに打ってるから今回打たへんはずなんですけど、それでもまた打っとるから。で、また三振せんでしょ。三振せずにファーボールになるっていうのがこれあれなんですよね。普通やったらこう振って三振とか言って振り寄ったとかいう流れなんですけど、
Here's Randy Arozarena. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. Has a look, now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
生きのいい股間薬をちょっと強いの打たんと効かんですな、こら。
And he fouls this one off. None out, runners at first and second. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. To third. Taken in by Simeon.
で、それとんかい。
Pulls him off the bag.
さあ、今のもなんかアウトか思ったら、それてるんですけど。で、しかもまたノーアウト満塁で4番になるっていう。どんだけ流れ悪いねんっていうね。これで一発浴びたらまたもう、守りのメンバーがやる気なくなってまいりますからね。
From the stretch. Now this is on the ground at first. We'll see if they can get 2. They get the force to the
よっしゃ、
plate.
ホームゲッ
First
ツ
to double play.
もうとにかく1点も取られたくないんでね。あえてホームに投げるという。
2 men on, 2 out, and that brings up the corner infielder G-Man Choi.
まあ今のダブルプレーは良かったですな。
Here's the first pitch to him.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
The 2-2 one more time. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. On now to the bottom of the second. Tampa Bay leads this one 4-0. Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play.
Number 44.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
さあ、あとは1点でも取っていかんと。
Here it comes 1-0. And that misses low and inside.
全然ファーボールでもいいんですけどね。
Too tight with that one.
ノーストライク入らず。
Is one of the more prolific strikeout
さあ、
artists
真ん
in the
中
game
こうへん
today.
か。
He'll get into double digits in Ks, and of course that means he's got outstanding stuff every 5 days.
One of the things that go hand in hand, Matty V, if you want to strike guys out, you have to have good stuff, and this guy has great stuff. He has 2 different pitches that he can strike you out with, and as they rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy has 2 pitches that rate an 8 or a 9, which is really hard to find in baseball today.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. On the ground to the right side. He's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
きっちりベースカバーしますな。
Okay, here's how the Rays set up on defense today. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
At the plate now, Marcus Semien.
セ
She'll
ミエ
take
ン
a
さ
look
ん。
at ball one.
あー、今のなんか、めっ
Mejia
ちゃ甘い
is
んです
right
けど
there.
ね。
And that's out number two.
最悪のキャッチャーフライ。
Batting eighth, the left
タイミング合
So
っ
that
てない
will bring
の
in
かね。
Teoscar
あ、
Hernandez.
早いんで
He's
すね。
back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. As with two away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
That swing looked kind of out of control to me. Looked like he was trying to dial 9, but when you're down by 4 runs early in the game, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Oh, he went for the
か
knockout
といっ
pitch
て
that
そん
time,
な
but
フォ
a
ア
good
ボール
eye,
を連
1-2.
発するような感じでもないんですよね。
That's popped
Ah,
up out
cha-
towards
cha-
short
cha.
right field. Choi onto the grass. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full. The Rays 4, the Jays nothing. All set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Austin
the right
Meadows.
fielder, Austin Meadows.
Here's the pitch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Changeup laid off down around the shins.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Two and two.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first one that this
Yes,
pitcher
sir.
won't come back exactly the same way.
And he got him.
あとはインド人がど
So
の日
bases
に
are
ちに
empty
なる
with
か
one
です
out
な。
now. And up next will be
猫
Willie
野郎
Adolis.
のうんまるよ。
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. A swing and a ground ball.
こ
to
ないだ
third.
ちょう
Oh,
ど
this is
体調
foul
が
for
悪
the
い言う
first
て
strike.
朝に中止になったんですよね、あれね。
Here's the 0-1. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Back up the
Ah,
middle,
ciao,
and
ciao.
that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
コロニングですかね。
You can relate, Dan. So what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
And they've had some good at bats against him
そ
all
れ
game
が
long. It seems like it's
来
just
週
been
行く
hard
ん
hit
か、もう
after
月
hard hit.
末に
As
持
we
って
take
い
a
く
look
ん
at his
か、
line here, the numbers do not lie. This
まあ
has
どっ
not
ちで
been
もい
one
いん
of
で
his
すけ
better
ど、
outings, and he'd be
向
the
こう
first
さ
to
んが
tell you
なんて
that.
いうかですね。
Into the box now, Michael Brasso, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, there's the perfect
これは
pitch right
助か
there,
っ
the
た。
straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He
結
uses
構
it,
落ちましたね。
pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Stepping in now, Francisco Mejia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. The 1-0.
That's a ball. We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
Now a cut fastball finds the target, 2-1. Adames is off of first with 2 away.
ああ、やばい。
Perfect throw,
アウ
and
ト
they
し
got him
た。
at second. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they hold a 4-0 lead.
ポロリからのアウト。
Now at the plate, Santiago Espinal. As we move on to the bottom
さあ、
of
な
inning
ん
number
と
3.
か攻略せんとね。
Archer looks in. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0 home. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. A Rosarena comes on now, and he has it
あ
one
れは
down.
ボールでしたな。
The batter, number 2. Second
So with one
baseman,
gone here in the inning, let's take a look at the Jays' upcoming schedule for the week to come, as we'll be here to bring them all to you on the show.
キャッチャーの LSD
So it's back to the top of
来
the
まし
order
た
now,
な。
and that'll bring up
LSD
the former St. John's University standout Joe Panic. Here's the first pitch to him.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence, he's got great body language on the mound, he's got fastball command, and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
2-0 now. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
うわ低めいっ
What
ぱ
a
いか。
well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Struck him
う
out.
わ当たらん。
Not too often you see an at bat go from 3-0
あれが意外と
strikeout,
当たらん
so
の
that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
At the plate, Reese McGuire. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll go off speed
ボー
here
ル
as
球
this
もまああ
pitch
るんで
misses.
すけ
It's
ど、
2-1.
かといってあんまフォーバブル出ないですね、これね。最終入れてきよるからね。あ、これは抜けた。LSD の意味ですか。
This is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average. And as you see, they're 2 away from the bottom spot in that category. 13th best, if
リ
you
ゼ
will,
ル
in the
ブ
AL.
酸ジエチルアミド。
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He singled first time up.
幻覚剤ってまたやばいやつですよ。そういうものやったんです。ゲレーロジュニア。
He's set. Here it comes.
よーし。
And there's a line drive base hit
ゲ
to
レー
left
ロジュ
field.
ニアはほんまよう打ちますな。
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's
前の試合からよう打ってますもんね。
200 ABs. where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
George Springer is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Skied into
い
straightaway
やー、
right.
詰まってるな。
And Meadows makes
打
the
っ
catch
た
for
打
out
っ
number
た、
3.
シャブを打
Blue
った。
Jays leave a pair. They trail
この
here
後に
4
1
to
本
nothing.
出んのが痛いですな。せめて出て、1点ぐらい入っていきゃ違うんですけどね。
Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He told me it feels like every ball they've put in play has been a laser. And the numbers back that up. 6 of their hits have come off the bat at 90 miles an hour or harder, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the fourth, and digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Francisco Mejia.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
あとはこのピッチャーがどこまで持つのかですな。まあ、スタミナ的にも、この回投げたらもうやばそうですな。
Popped him up. Espinal is calling for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Left side, but well foul. The windup and the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Scooped up, and he'll step on first for
猫
the
野
out.
郎、
Three
缶詰合わせ
unassisted.
て食べてゲロ吐く。あっちゃ、ゲロ吐いてんすか。体調悪いんちゃうんすか。
Striding forward now is the DH, Mike Zunino.
ゲロとか吐くん
Walk
す
in
ね。
his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. On the ground to the left side. Over to first, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Rays, but they're in front 4-0.
猫ゲロですか。
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Rendell
The
Grichuk.
right fielder, Randall.
ゲロを食べ直し
Shaded
て。
here to left center, the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
そのまま食べて後始末ですか。
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
牛猫。
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
So now to the plate, Rowdy Tellez.
わお。これ
Into
はええ
center
音。
field, line drive base hit.
足はとろい
First,
け
he's
ど、
digging for second.
セカンド行く。
And he'll pull into second with one away.
Boy, after
今
that
のは
base
捉
knock
え
right
まし
there,
たな。
D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying
あー、食べた。
As he grounds one briskly to short, and there are 2 away now.
今のはまたボールでしたな。
First pitch of the AB on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
タイミングが早すぎですな。
He doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there.
牛猫の鳴く頃にみたいなもんですね。ああ、完食。もう食べたんすか。早いな。綺麗にゲロも食べたんですか。おっと、コロリコロリコロリコロリコロリ。前にポロリしましたね。
You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Tellez at third with 2 away.
Ah, strike
3, a great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1 left for Toronto. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
ほんまにあと1本が出ないですね。
And up next will be Randy Arozarena. Now the first pitch.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance.
この回まで行ったら理想ですね。なんとか5回ですけど、もう70球ですからね。
Here's the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself
このバッターまでですな。
Your head starts to get on a spin.
よいしょ。
Is he coming back with it 4 times or do I have to sit on something else?
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Striding in is Brendan Lau. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Anthony Kay, a lefty standing 6 foot even, takes over the pitching duties here.
アンソニー・ケイさん。
First offering.
うわ、際どい。
4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
小室圭さん。なんか またニュースになってましたね。髪の毛ボサボサなっていうと書いてましたよ。よし、取った。よいしょ。やたら写真撮られてますね。週刊誌とかもすぐ追っかけますからね。ちょこちょこ写真撮ってますね。
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Ji-Man Choi is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Now here it comes. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Ball 2. 2 out, nobody on.
ああ、ジュンボーズさん、こんにちは。朝にグリッドレジェンドやってましたよ。あれはあれでやっぱりリアルですね、結構。
The next 3-2.
激しい雨の中を
And right into the
走っ
shift.
てましたけど、
Fielded cleanly. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Rays 4, the Jays nothing. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
Thank you, Heidi. So now here is Santiago
幻
Espinal.
覚のプロや。
As they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
グリッドの方も、あれはあれで面白いですよ。しまった。
And they're going to hand it over to the bullpen eventually, and this game's going to be over.
Meadows has it, and there's one away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
まあ今日はね、昼間にあれを買いに行きますよ。
First pitch on the way. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Blue Jays so far. High in the air out to center field. A Rosarena is there, 2 gone.
The batter, number 7.
Next, it'll be Reese McGuire, singled in his last at-bat. Now the first pitch. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Lau's got it, and the inning is over.
LSD を、いやいやいや。
1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They're down 4-0.
ストラテジーを買いに行きますよ。トライアングルストラテジー。
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and Austin Meadows will be the next at bat.
The right fielder, Austin Meadows.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Willie.
もうやってますか。
So the next to bat will be Willie Adames. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
あれもなんかね、選択肢次第でなんか変わるみたいですよね。
0-1, here's the pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
もしかして DL 版でやってるんですか、それは。
And he popped him up. Panic moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
18金とホラーに分かれる。
So 2 outs now in the Tampa Bay 6th, and that'll bring up Mike Brasso. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Hernandez. And that's the third out. Nothing doing here this half. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
ノーマルになるみたいな。
The Jays nothing. Stepping in for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Last time through was a base hit.
The designated hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And now the first pitch.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5,
ああ、
and 6.
そうなんですね。
Sky down
ああ、
the
打
left
ち上げ
field
た。
line.
ソフトの出し入れ
And
が
Lau
め
is
んど
there
く
for
さい
the
ですね。
catch. There's one gone.
スイッチってソフトめっちゃ小さいから、
Center fielder, number 4.
あれをまた出したり外したりが
Springer.
George
意外と
Springer, the
面倒
next
で
to
すね。
hit. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away.
パッケージもね、意外と小さいけど、ソフトもっと小さい
Wind
で
up
すので、
and the 0-1.
あんだけ小さかった入れ物ももっと小さくてもええかもしれないですね。おーっ
High and deep down the
と、
left field line.
あー、
And
ファウ
that
ル。
nearly would have gotten him on the
意
board.
外となん
Instead,
か
it's a long foul ball.
面倒ですね、あれ。
The 1-2. Swing and a liner.
よっしゃ。
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now. He sways and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. No hits to this point. 1-1.
入れ物2ミリ4砲でカセット5センチくらい。
Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry.
おー、
That
入った。
ball will stay fair, and it's gone.
やっと点が入りましたね。
Randall Grichuk, a 2-run shot. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Blue Jays have cut the deficit to 4-2 now.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Into the box, Rowdy Tellez.
いやー、これはセカンド
Speared
ゴ
on
ロ
a。hop, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Marcus Semien.
Next, Marcus Semien. He bounced out last time up.
スイッチってオンラインの加入してたら、あれですね、ソフト2本買ったら、1個タダになるみたいななんかありましたよね。普通やったら結構するんですけど、1本タダになるとか言ってね。まあその代わりオンライン入ってないとあかんっていう。
Digging in, the switch hitter, Francisco Mejia. He'll lead things off against the same reliever
で、パッケージの新品とか、中古でもあり、発売1年以内でしたっけのやつやったらなんか、ポイントがもらえたりとか。
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home is laid off for ball two.
Non-competitive pitch right there runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
The count now at 2-1.
でもスイッチもなんか、いずれはやっぱ、
The count now at 2-2.
画質がもっと良くなるみたいですけどね。こないだ出たなんかライフイズストレンジでしたっけあれ。あれもなんかかなりグラフィックいいみたいですね。
Up next for Tampa Bay, the second baseman, Joey Wendell.
One out now in the Tampa Bay seventh, and digging in next will be Joey Wendell. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
加入者特典ですよね。
And he fouls this one off.
もうでも1年経って切れてもうたんでね。わかりました。1000本買ったら500本も。それまたすごいサービスですね。
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now here's the pitch.
DL 版でもね、発売前のでも稀に 10% 引きとかやってますもんね。意外とギャルゲーがなんか予約の 10% 引きとかやってますね。
Chop toward the second baseman. Reined in. Throw on to first, two gone.
The batter on the team, designated hitter, Mike Zunino.
So here's Mike Zunino. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just off the inside corner. Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
The 1-2 is in off the plate. Strike three called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Rays go in order 1-2-3, but they still lead this one 4-2. Stepping up is Teoscar Hernandez.
まあでもやっぱ DL で買う人もだいぶ増えてるみたいですね、今ね。
Now here's the first offering. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up
まあ
with it.
中
It's
古やった
0-1.
ら
Some
メー
action
カー
on
に
the
金が
bullpen.
入らないで
Couple
すからね。
right-handers starting to loosen up. On its way is pitch number 75.
Off the plate, ball 1.
ああ、
Striking
で
him
も
up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
クエニのソフトは断固として中古。まあ、販売店は儲かるんですけど。まあ、いずれはもうパッケージもなくなる日が来るんでしょうね。もう全部 DL ばっかりとか。
Evens it up 1-1. One out, nobody on.
Ah,
in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two
まあ、あ
away
と
now.
は今月中に噂されてるのが、プレステのね、新サービスの、そんな時代になったらゲーム買わない。あちゃ。PS プラスの新サービスが来るとか言われてますけどね。
Outside, 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
He loses him on ball 4.
Three of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me.
まあでもなんか新作ソフトも何時間かだけはね、プレイできるとか言うてるみたいですけど。
At the plate now, Reese McGuire, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
ソニーのサービスは拒否。まあゲームパスはもう新作でも普通に終わりまでできますからね。あれが違うとこですけどね。
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
ああ。
Panic, the runner at first with two gone.
ゲームパスはやっぱ相当強いですね。ああ。
Doesn't come around to hunt him as that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They trail it here 4-2. Ready to begin the eighth, and digging in is the outfielder, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
Ryan Barucki has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 56, Ryan Barucki.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Tellez has room in foul territory, and that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 8.
And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game.
そうい
One
や
guy still going and
スチ
pitching
ームデ
well.
ッキも
The other one, long
海
since
外でね、
departed for
発
the
売された
showers.
みたいですけど。すごいけど、まだ買わんでええんちゃうかとか言ってる人いますけどね。やれるソフトがなんか、まだ少ない言ってましたね。
Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the eighth inning. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. Nothing in two now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3
コス
consecutive
トが
sliders
大
in a
変
row.
ですね
This guy's slider is so good. I think he might throw it again.
まあでも日本ではまだね、出そうな感じはな
Here
いか
comes the
ら。
1-2.
ああ、打たれた。
Base hit into right center. Running hard. He's digging for second.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Ji-Man Choi the next to hit.
あ
And he puts it on the ground to second. And that's the second out.
This is not an easy play where you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
あ、そういやなんかバイオの作品何作かが5で出るらしいですね。5と Xbox で。
He's got a hit in 3 at bats to this point. Chopper foul. A man on third with 2 down.
ああ、打たれた。またもや1点入る。
And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's 5-2.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 2 out with the man at first. Grounded to the right. He's got it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay.
古いソフトを惨めったらしく新しいハードに移植してる時点で、あちゃー。まあバイオもなんかちょこちょこなんか出てますよね。
First pitch on the way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Lau is there for the catch. There's one gone. So his day is fully over as you get a look at the pitching line for the Rays starter. Great day's work any way you look at it.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
In now, George Springer, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is.
Wow.
In front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. The the pitch. Fouled off. Here's another 2-2.
3 and 2.
You know, you don't always have to straight challenge a guy on a 3-2 count. With a 3-run lead, no one on base. This is the perfect situation to do it. No reason to nibble and possibly set up.
セカンドゴロ。
Throw gets him, 2 down. Next to stand in is Rendell Gritchick, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Wow.
Slider there gets a swing and miss.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1 and 2. Line drive to left.
Oh.
And this is going to find the seam as it scoots through on the carpet for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his 2nd hit of the ball game. This one, the double.
もう1
I'm
点
sure
欲
he's
しい
feeling
で
a
す
lot
ね。
better about the way he's going right now.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Wow.
Rowdy Tellez stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Lifetime against this particular arm. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls
今
behind 1
の
and 2.
かなり甘いんですけどね。
Again, another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Never attempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, the tying run looms on deck, so keeping this guy off the base is essential. In danger of walking him right here, though.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul.
おっと。
Inside as he nearly
フォアボール、
got
フォア
him,
ボ
and
ー
it's
ル。
ball 4.
さあ、ランナー溜まってきましたね。
Diego Castillo
あ、帰っ
cuts
て
in
きた。
from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Now pitching for Tampa Bay, number 63, Diego Castillo.
Next up is Marcus Semien. And with
あ
men
あ、
on
セミ
base
エン
and 2
さんノー
away,
ヒ
it
ット。
feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
ああ、この人もでも打率は低いけど、サード、ああ、グリエルジュニアさん。パワー的に見たら、グリエルさんですかね。
Lourdes Gurriel will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 13, Lourdes Gurriel.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Just a touch outside, 1 and 2.
Well, the Blue
う
Jays have been
ー
searching
ん。
for that big hit pretty much
ソ
all
ニー
game.
のイ
They're
ンディエ
hoping they
ゴ、
get it right now. This would sure be a good
あ、
time.
サンディエゴスタジオでしたっけ。
Grounded to third.
あー、抜けるか。おっしゃ、抜けた。
And that's
抜け
through
た、
in
抜
the
けた、
left
抜
base
け
hit.
た。あー、ちょっとやばい、ちょっとやばい。あ
And
っ
he's
ちゃ
out. Beautiful throw home to cut
ー。
down the
残念
run.
ながら
Blue
点
Jays
入
leave
ら
a
ず。
pair. They
ま
trail
たそれて
5-2.
ないですね、これ。ええとこ投げてきてるから。あーちゃ。ランナーもちょっと迷ってましたね。
Lourdes Gurriel remains in the game
止まり
playing
かけ
third
てま
after
た行った
entering
か
the
ら。
game as a pinch hitter in the previous half inning.
Now playing third base.
もうちょい早かったら入ってんですけどね。
Lourdes Gurriel.
Into the box now, Michael Brasso. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's 1 for 3. High in the air, carrying well out to deep
Wow.
center. Back goes Springer to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting.
That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Showtrack. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. So now to the plate, Francisco Mejia started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. He's working
う
on a 1
ん、
for
メジャー
3
も
thus
4
far.
月1日ですからね。
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a sinker falls in there for a called strike, 2-1. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there, 2-2. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. And it's 1-1. This is pulled into right. Grichuk gets there for the catch, and that ends the
さ
inning.
あ、3点差。
Down in order go the Rays. They're still out in front,
ヒットは打っ
5-2.
てんすけどね。
Nick Anderson enters the game to finish this one off here in the
抑え
bottom
で
of the
すね。
ninth.
防御率でも4点台。
So stepping in is Teoscar Hernandez. His career numbers in this matchup, not a big sample size, 0 for 1.
Oscar Hernandez.
うん、左にしましょうかね。
Josh Palacios will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard.
カーブ進化。
First pitch on its way. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here it comes, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
これはボール。
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
And it's fouled away. on the ground to third. Scooped up. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
ポロリしましたね。
So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And stepping up as the shortstop, Santiago Espinal. Bo Bichette will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 11.
From the belt, the pitch. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 10 home runs, 18 driven in. The 1-0 home.
あれがストライク。
for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
1-1, here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Meadows has it, and there's one away. So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring up the former St. John's University standout Joe Panic. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
最悪のダブルプレー。
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to
終
end it
了。
here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we
これ
call
で連
finishing
敗で
strong.
すね、また。
5-2, the final today. The Tampa Bay Rays posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Chris Archer notches his 3rd win of the year. Nick Anderson hammers down the save, his 9th of the year. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
さっきのも1点取れた感じやったけど、なかなか勝てないですね。借金が減らないですね。見ててもこれ負けばっかりですもんね。ついに借金15になってまいりましたね。その次ヤンキースですね。7.5、13.5。どうなることやらわからんですね。これでも5月終わりやから、まだ前半とはいえ、なかなか厳しい展開ですね。6月でどうなるかですよね。よっしゃ、さあ終わりましょうか。最下位でシーズン終了。100敗せんようにせんとね。メジャーって100敗とかありますもんね。まあ、うまいこといかんこともありますからね。よいしょ。さあ、では。